Hello and welcome back to this board game life. My name is Mark, and today I'm unboxing a very old game, yet it's in shrink. It just arrived today. How could that be? It's because 25th Century Games did a reprint of Liar's Dice. Liar's Dice, also known as Bluff, Puerdo, or Dudo, is a South American dice game in which each player is given 5 dice and a cup to roll and hide them with. Players make successively higher declarations regarding the results of all the dice remaining in the game. For example, there are 10 sixes. However, someone can always contest the bid. When that happens, all the dice are revealed and either the bidder or the caller loses dice, depending on who was correct. The last player with dice is the winner. As a public domain game, there are a number of variants or similar games called Liar's Dice. This includes one that is often played with poker dice and differs from the marketed versions in that players only declare on their own hand's value as opposed to all dice being in play, using poker hand values. Now, the designer on BGG is listed as Richard Borg. There's a billion artists listed. I haven't opened the game yet, and I don't see a public or a designer listed on there because, again, it's a public domain game, so I don't know who worked on this specifically from 25th Century Games, but I don't know. It might be Richard, or it could be, most likely is the original or far back person that they have for the original game, maybe. But this reprint was published in 2025. Again, the original game was listed as from the 1800. Okay, it's for ages 8 and up, 2 to 6 players, and plays in about 15 minutes. All right, now before we get to the table and open this up, and this is cool because the box becomes the board. So I'll get the drop down camera, and when I open this, and we'll lay out the board, and you can see how that works. But please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that bell icon so you'll never miss any new content. All right, well, with that, let's get to the table and take a look at what comes in this edition of Liar's Dice. All right, so we're going to cut the plastic here. I've never played any version of this game. I'm not really into bluffing, but I really like 25th Century Games and the stuff that they put out. And they do a really nice job, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up and check it out. So like I said, it's magnetically closed on the side, and if you see, you open the box, whoop, it slides out, and there's the board. So the box becomes the board. So we have these are the cups. So these are our cups, and a whole bunch of dice. And then the rules. Maybe. It's real thin. Yeah, there's not a lot in there. So, we got 6-page little rule pamphlet here. So, showing you how to pull your cups out, talking about the dice, making your first prediction, revealing your dice. So, again, there's only 6 pages here with some examples. And it's going to be pretty simple game, but I will show you. So they have these. I wonder if this is something I can say. I don't think so. It's kind of a plasticky rubber bands. Is there just one? I think there's just one wrapping all of these up. I think it might be smart to save that. I guess I don't really have to. I mean, they'll go back in there just fine. Because you're going to want to collapse them every time, but open. And it's not, it might look like paper. This is, it's not paper. It is, like a plasticky material. So I think you just punch the bottom in. Let me see, they tell you. Why would I read directions, right? I should have left the rules out. Come on. Yeah, it just shows you just push this and pop this in, and then there's your little cup. So each player is going to roll all the dice. Whoever rolled the most ship wheels is the starting player. There's a tie. Okay, so that's just so they have a they're you can see that. Oh, there's a red one in here. But they have 1 through 6, but the one is like a ship's wheel. All right, so all players are going to put their dice in the cups, roll them, making sure to keep them covered. And so you're basically going to do like that, and then you're just going to lift to kind of protect so you can see what you've rolled underneath there. And basically make predictions on what you think other people have rolled. And everyone's going to be looking at their dice and making predictions. And so, but yeah, these aren't paper, these are plasticky, so those are going to last. I don't know what the one red dice is for. Let me see if it says anything. Contents. 31 dice, 6 folding dice cups, and a game board. Place the game board. Oh, that's the prediction dice. So you're moving. So somebody's, I think, moving. You start, I think, down here, and it's like, well, I think there's like 3 ones in the game, or you can't have more than 6. Well, no, yeah, you can, right? Because you can have up to 6 people playing. How many dice did we all have? 3 6s. It means they're predicting there are at least 3 6 dice showing the number. So there's at least 3. I'm sorry. Wow, I can't read this. So all players will put their dice in their cups and roll them, making sure to keep the dice covered with the cup so other players cannot see them. Slightly lift the cup. Now, so making your first prediction, the starting player will predict how many of the specific dice value there are in total among all the players' dice. For example, if a player predicts 6 threes, it means they are predicting that at least 6 dice showing the number 3 among all the players' dice. So they would. Oh, the ship's wheel can be any value from 1 to 6. So they must be considered in every prediction. Oh, so the ship's wheel is wild. Ooh, look at that. Wow, that makes it a lot more interesting because it takes your whole probability out because this can be anything. Using the prediction die marker to mark the prediction on the board, place the die on the space corresponding to the predicted quantity. So they're saying, why is this like confusing to me? They're saying number 6, right? There's at least 3 6s. All right. And then basically, and if the starting player predicted how many ship wheels there are, place the prediction die on the matching red ship wheel to mark it with a ship's wheel. Oh, so if you're predicting 1, 2, 3 wheels, then you're saying I'm predicting 3 wheels, but something to that effect. Anyways, that's supposed to give you kind of an idea. I'm not sure what this is over here, but instead of making a new dice prediction, I think when you lose your dice, they probably go over here. And there's a challenge. So on your turn, you must choose between making a new prediction or challenging the previous one. So if you challenge the value of the prediction die to a higher value you change the value of the prediction die to a higher value with advancing on the board. Or advance it, or challenge. So instead of making a new prediction, you can challenge the previous one by claiming the previous player's prediction was incorrect. When you declare challenge, all players lift their dice to reveal the actual quantity is less than predicted quantity. Their prediction is incorrect, and your challenge succeeds. As a penalty for their incorrect prediction, the previous player loses a number of their dice equal to the difference between the predicted quantity and the actual quantity. So dice lost resolve the challenge or removed from the game. Place them on the rectangular grid on the board for safekeeping. If you lose all your dice, you're eliminated. So, all right. So that is Liar's Dice from 25th Century Games. So let's see. Well, this went down into there. No, that's not right. It had to go this way, right? Because it folded up over it. There we go. Boom. Like that. Like butter. All right. So I know that was a little weird unboxing as I'm like looking at how to play, but I do ask you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for us, and check out Liar's Dice if you haven't. It's brand new from 25th. It's a brand new reprint from 25th Century Games of a classic game. All right, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment below, and we will see you at the table.